What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and last night I had the opportunity to actually go to this amazing Samurai Jack event, this live event that was in Los Angeles, and it was incredible. I got to see the first 3 episodes. It was basically in a movie format, similar to how the original premiere was for season 1 for the first 3 episodes of the series. It was all just straight through, and guys, it was absolutely insane. You guys are going to love this series. If you're a fan of Samurai Jack, it's great. It's amazing. It's everything you would want a return of Samurai Jack to be. I know people are already super hyped about this, but like it was so good. It basically kept the same structure of the show. You know, it had its gratuitous moments, its excessive moments on purpose, like how the original series would kind of draw out action sequences and stuff like that. But they did it in a much more polished and classy. I don't know, classy would be the word. More polished and well done way. So you could really tell that the creators, Gendy and the whole team, have learned a lot over the years. And they've really grown as creators and animators and stuff like that, because they everything was executed perfectly. The pacing was perfect. The drawn out action sequences really did a great job of adding to the drama, because I know a lot of people felt like the original series could get a little overdone, but I feel like they did it just right. They did it in just the right way for just the right amount of time, and it was amazing. It was so good. I don't want to spoil anything, but like I said, I saw the first 3 episodes, so like I'm technically 3 weeks ahead of everyone who wasn't at the event. The event was absolutely packed. It was like the line went down blocks and blocks and blocks. Like I didn't even think I was gonna get in. I seriously underestimated how many people were going to be at this premiere, this event. Gendy was there, the creator of Samurai Jack. He kind of like explained how this came to be, and like how this was only took 1 phone call and 1 email, and they were good to go. Like, all right, how many episodes you need, and how like he'd gotten live action scripts over the years for Samurai Jack for like a Hollywood movie, and they were just all terrible. And he feels like this is a better outcome to the situation, a new series coming back, and this is going to be the end of Samurai Jack. He explained that, you know, when a show needs to end, it needs to end, and this is it. This needs to be done. So this is going to be the conclusive ending. He said that the way he has the ending, you know, he said people are going to be bawling their eyes out once it comes out. So I'm so excited. You know, and it was actually very ironic. He was interviewed by Tom Kenny, amazing voice actor Tom Kenny. But it was funny when he said, "Is like, all right, the show needs to be done. It needs to be done." And obviously, what came to my mind was SpongeBob. No fault of Tom Kenny's at all. Obviously, he's a great actor. That's more so the network's fault for dragging on SpongeBob way longer than it needs to be dragged out. But yeah, that was actually very poetic and funny. But yeah, it was super cool. He actually also confirmed that Samurai Jack does not have a real name. Like, I'm sure canonically he does, but he had never given Jack an actual name, and he will never ever say it. So we are never going to hear Samurai Jack's name ever. It's not going to happen. He will just forever be known as Samurai Jack, and I think that's pretty fitting. I don't think there's any reason for us to know his actual name. It doesn't really add to the story or anything, so I think him being known as Jack is perfect. Adult Swim throws amazing events, boy. They had that joint decked out. First off, the venue was incredible. They were handing out like free popcorn. I actually have a video. I'm gonna show you guys footage of the event. It was so cool. I had ice sculptures, and they were giving out free posters. It was awesome event. They had a live music performance of the composer of Samurai Jack, and there was like a whole bunch of people. They had like taiko drums, they had synths, and then rock guitars. And it was like basically doing the soundtrack of the show for like 10 minutes. It was so cool. It was a great event. It was an awesome event, and the show itself is phenomenal. You guys, you're gonna love it. Seeing Samurai Jack in HD, it was still stylized perfectly, but the action sequences hit harder. The motions, God, it's like Samurai Jack, but it's polished and more mature, and it's amazing. And it's darker, as you could probably tell by the trailer. It's definitely a lot darker. We get into some pretty dark moments, especially for Jack himself, but it still had its lighthearted moments. It still had its laughs. It still had that classic Samurai Jack humor mixed in with it. But the overall tone is darker, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's great. It's Samurai Jack, everything you wanted, but better, polished, and amazing. And the voice of Mako actually did a really great job. I know a lot of people were the voice of Aku, who was voiced by Mako originally, who passed away I think almost a decade now, I believe. If you guys aren't familiar, he also voiced Uncle Iroh on Avatar. He did a bunch of stuff. He's an amazing voice actor. He's a legend. But the voice of Aku is actually perfect. It's about as good as you can get without it actually being Mako. He captures Aku's character perfectly. He sounds like him. Like it doesn't take you out of it at all whatsoever. You don't ever for a second not believe that it's Aku. So it did a great job. So I know a lot of people were kind of concerned about that, but of course they're going to make sure whoever voices Aku can do the job done, because Aku is such a great villain. And we actually see a little appearance from a previous character. I'm not going to say who, but it was actually a really nice little cameo that they threw in. It wasn't really a cameo. It was like a full-on scene. But yeah, so you actually get a previous character. 50 years has passed, obviously, and it's just a lot of things have changed, and it's really interesting. The new conflict seems very interesting. It's really great. Like, I can't express enough. I might be biased because I was in a crowd full of people who were cheering at all the right moments and laughing at all the right moments, but honestly, the jokes were amazing. The action is just better than it's ever been. It's like, it's great. It was awesome. The pacing was great. The dramatic effect was great. It was brilliant. Honestly, it was really, really brilliant. You guys are gonna love when this comes out, and I can't wait to see the rest. I'm gonna feel left empty for the next 3 weeks because I'm so sad that now I have to wait. But I'm glad I got to see that, get that experience. And yeah, shout out to Adult Swim for throwing in a banging event. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This airs tomorrow, guys, so get ready for the return of Jack. It is awesome. It is amazing. And if you have not had any interest in watching season 5, I recommend watching a couple episodes of Samurai Jack. There's a few that, obviously you should watch as much as possible, but you're pushing it at this point. But if you haven't watched Samurai Jack, if you want to, binge watch it, definitely binge watch it. Watch season 5. It's so worth it. It's so good. I actually had to do that myself. I actually didn't even get to watch all the episodes I wanted to. I'm actually going to go back and watch a few. I had to skip some because I was kind of short on time. But yeah, it was so good. I'm so excited. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.